Vita tips you need to crush procrastination, Part 3. If you've ever felt that plug or that pusher, that pull of procrastination, then today's message is for you. By the way, you are not lazy, you are not indifferent to your dream, you're absolutely worthy of your goals and aspirations. Procrastination is not the disease of the lazy, it's simply something that happens to every one of us.
Hello, how are you doing? Today is another lovely day. Welcome to Ogo Hilary's page. In case you're not seeing for the first time, I'm Ogo Hilary. I'm a social media expert and online business coach. I help business owners, network marketers, and entrepreneurs to be able to know their targeted market and prospect using an online business tools that can be used in all the social media platforms to be able to generate leads and make more sales. I also assist investors. I can send you some information if you've been trying any of my online professional tools that will help you with the skill set you need to know about attraction marketing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'll be sharing a topic. The title of my topic is Vital Tips You Need to Crush Procrastination. Vital Tips You Need to Crush Procrastination, Part 3. You can refer to the Part 1 and Part 2 of this topic. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. If you find yourself procrastinating by going on YouTube and watching videos and listening to rah-rah speeches, stop it. That is not going to help you. That stop is not going to help you. In fact, if anything, it's holding you back. That motivational clap is like getting you drunk and driving. Nobody in the right mind does that. The whole point is when you look at a motivational thing, you get a dopamine hit. That dopamine serves to bring you down. When you look at a motivational thing, you get a dopamine hit. And that dopamine serves to bring you down. It actually relaxes you. It settles you down. It tells you, hey, everything is cool. Don't worry about it. Instead, I would rather you be a little bit irritated. I would rather you have a little bit of a fire under your boot. I would rather you say, listen, I don't need motivational crap. I don't need to listen to the videos. What I need to do is get into action mode. One small action will be far more inspirational and far more beneficial than any motivational meme, video, poster, or quote could ever be. I'm not saying that you are an amateur, but if you are addicted to motivational, realize that that's the behavior of an amateur. Professionals don't need to be motivated. Professionals are driven by taking action. It's a very important differentiation. Folks, if you want to have success in your business, no matter how you define success, and no matter what scale you want for your business, drop the addition to motivation. What does that mean? What do you do in replacement of that? Well, guess what? The first step is execution. The first step is execution. We talk about the fact that you are going to be doing just one thing, one small step. Get away from the addition to motivation. And then value execution over results. Value execution over results. It's one thing to take action. It's another thing to take the action and then stop and go. Did you get the results? If I drop and do 100 pumps and I stop and look at myself in the mirror, guess what? I'm going to see very little, if any change whatsoever. But if I'm committed to the execution, if I'm obsessed with the idea that, hey, I did something, I took that one small step, then guess what happens? Suddenly I begin to see the value in the action as opposed to putting value on it only if I get results. The other day I was talking to somebody about this, and she said, here's the thing, nothing is working in my business. I said, well, that's interesting. What do you mean nothing is working? She said, well, I have got this ad running, and I'm getting a few leads, but the leads are trickling in. I said, well, that's the result. She said, yeah, but it's not the result that I wanted. Okay, spoiler alert, that's going to happen. The fact of the matter is, first, this person has an ad. The second, they committed an ad budget to it. Third, it's actually running. Fourth, it's actually working because it's getting leads. Now, it may not be working at the scale that they want it to yet. That's the keyword, yet. So if you say, I haven't made a sale, follow it with the word yet. If you say, I haven't made my return, my investment, follow it with the word yet. Find out what that does for your overall well-being. But more importantly, where your focus is on. I'm telling you, this is not a mind trick. This isn't some woo-woo crap. This is the truth. If I look at my balance sheet of life and I say to myself, well, here's what I want. Here, what I got, and there is a gap. You go and say, well, what I want and what I don't have is a yet. We don't have that yet. We haven't built it to this scale yet. When you have that approach, the focus is now on what might I do next. And that brings me to the fifth step. Don't obsess over results. Don't obsess over results. Don't obsess over results. Don't throw yourself the ticker tape parade every time you take an action. But more importantly, celebrate consistently. Listen, if you can obsess over being consistent, you'll be unstoppable, literally unstoppable. Because suddenly it's not about being paraded across the stage and giving an award because of something you did. It's about being acknowledged personally, internally by yourself for the fact that you show up on a daily basis. A thing to celebrate is not the result. All the result is a metric. It's just an indication of the quality of your plan and your execution. That is all a result is. And yet we freak out over that stuff. We are like, man, I get a result. Oh, I didn't get the result. And so we will make that part of our identity. Well, stop doing that. Procrastination happens when we can't clearly see the value in what we are doing. Procrastination happens when we fear or make something bigger than it needs to be or put too much on our plate. This means we have to get very clear on the purpose behind everything we are doing. Not just the big business, the actual step we are doing. If you are proofreading and rewriting a blog post, there is a purpose behind that. And if that's the thing you are procrastinating on, get clear on what the purpose is. Number two is to get clear on just one thing. One suspect you might take right there, right now, to break the stagnation. Number three, motivation is for amateur. So drop the motivation. Instead, find that internal drive in yourself. That internal drive comes through execution, which is step 4. Execution over results. Like you say, hey, I really want to do this. I knew I have got to do this. That's the moment you actually take the action. The more you can shrink that distance between those 2 points in time, that's where you become much more effective. It's not about productivity. It's not about motivation. It's about being effective. I have a little notebook that I chart certain things, whether it's writing emails, going to the gym, or getting a good white sleep. I make a small handwritten pen and paper calendar. And every time I get one thing done, I cross it off. If I miss one, it's a big red X. And I don't like the color red anyway, but I really hate red X's when it comes to my execution log. If you adopt that same thing and you say to yourself, today is not my day to procrastinate. I will procrastinate on procrastination. I will put it off until tomorrow, but today is about execution. If you take that attitude and you have got your little log where you keep a handwriting calendar and you cross everything you got done in black and everything you miss, when you cross it off in red, if you can get to the end of the month without any red, you are a winner. If you miss one, you cross it off in red. If you can get to the end of the month without any red, you are a winner. If you get to the end of the month and you see some red and you say to yourself, well, what must I do? You are a winner. But if you sit there and look at the red and say, well, it's not so bad, I'm just a procrastinator, then you are going down the path of somebody who is going to stay stuck. You are better than that. You are worth more than that. Give yourself the investment of your time, effort, and focus into finding ways to get through your procrastination. If these tips work for you, put them to action right away. Remember, procrastination happens to people who are driven. Remember, procrastination happens to people who are driven. And sometimes it happens to people who are a little bit burnout or overwhelmed. Next time you find yourself procrastinating, get clear on your purpose. Pick one thing and get after it. Make sure that you are not being addicted or sucked into the addition of motivation. Make sure that you are committed to the execution, as opposed to obsessing over the result. If you must obsess over anything, obsess over the execution and obsess over the consistency. These two things, execution and consistency, are what will help you move forward and get past procrastination for good. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for another day. If you would like to learn more about working effectively, thinking critically, and getting real results in your business, then I strongly recommend getting access to the free 10-day online recruiting bootcamp and discover how to build your business using attraction marketing. Click on the link below or click on the lemon on my fan page. You can also visit my YouTube channel. Opt in your name and email to get it. You will learn all about the specific tools and techniques we use to connect with prospects online. So you never have to act desperate, chase down a strong arm prospect, or deal with cold calling and rejection ever again. This method allows you to build your business automatically, where prospects reach out to you instead of you having to reach out to them. The bottom line is that in today's age, you don't need to be pushy, obnoxious, or overly aggressive to build a successful business. So if you are ready to get started, click below to get access to the 10 days online recruiting bootcamp today. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you.
Follow me for tips, tools and training to professionally build your network marketing business online, to get targeted prospects and team members. Follow me for tips, tools and training to professionally build your network marketing business online, to get targeted prospects and team members. Follow me for tips, tools and training to professionally build your network marketing business online, to get targeted prospects and team members.